Not the greatest news today. We have found osmosis in your hull after soda blasting off the hull here. Now, the reason it made, I'm going to go back to the survey report, see what they say, but the reason it was probably missed was because if you look here, I've got a photo of this. This antifoul here in places is, nearly 5 mil thick. The soda blast is saying that's at least 5 to 6 layers on here, so these should only really be 3 layers. So it looks like what they've been doing in the past is just blasting it off, looking at it with a piece of sandpaper, and then just spraying it on and laying it on thick. So this 4 mil, but the osmosis bubbles here, you don't know if you can see that, you probably can't see that, but these osmosis bubbles here, Greta's got a little video of that, the water coming out of that. They're all sort of lower than about 2 mil, but they are in there. And that is basically, as you'll see in Greta's video, moisture getting in between the gel coat layer and the laminations of the boat, and it gets a vinegary smell to it. So there's quite a few, but the thickness and the real sort of industrialness of this antifoul, which you can still see up here, so if you want to zoom in here, Greta, right in there, you can still see how industrial and chunky it is. That was really masking it, and even a surveyor with a keen eye would have missed that. However, what is a little bit frustrating is that I would like to know what was mentioned to you about the hull condition when this was done, because the osmosis is all around this area. They must have seen it and or smelt it when putting this in, if you had this done post purchase. It's been worked on before. This is where it's been buzzed out and filled with a bog, but it's not been a great job. But and that's quite an old repair. There's some more under here, old repairs. Through underneath there. You can see they've done a test section here. They've ground out this test section. You can see the osmosis delamination there. Now it's all chop matte, not woven roving. We'll give you some detail on all that, but you can see that's the delamination there. So the plan would be plan A, which would be the best fix, would be to what they call gel coat plane all of this off, this whole surface right up to about 100 mil above that line. Yeah. So all that would be ground off, completely all off, and then they wash it with a solution, which takes the acid like substance that builds up inside here. It actually creates like an acid, and then they wash that off several times, and then let it dry out, and then they lay 3 layers of glass, new glass on top of this. So it'll be ground down to probably about 3 mil off the whole boat, and then relayed, and then epoxied over the top of that, and then obviously antifoul, tie coat that antifoul. So that's the option A, okay? Okay, so what's happening here is you can see this wonderful tent that's been built all around us out of shrink film. It's going from the gunnel down to the ground here. It's created a booth to actually start laminating the glass. You can see here this has all been ground back by about 4 millimeters, or actually 4 millimeters, and cleaned up, and then it's been moisture tested. We're happy to say the moisture testing came out really good. So now what's going to happen is waterproof space here, and they're going to start glassing in. First thing they're going to do is
start glassing along or laminating along the strokes here. To reshape those, clean those up. There'll be a total of 4 layers